started while I was in uni. Like, it felt like I was in this. It felt like before I don't even know, but it just felt like someone shoved me and my eyes opened. Don't know if you get what I mean.
Wondering why Angel is sharing this particular story of hers, I am going to start the story from top, from TOP. Yesterday, the whole housemates were bored. So, Jackie B has to introduce this particular game of hers, and she has to pair two housemates. And after they picked number, if you pick the same number with your fellow housemates, you both will be paired for you guys to sit somewhere and share the story of your life and also the journey of your life so far. So, at the end of it all, Saskay and Angel was paired together, and it is an opportunity for Angel to share this story of hers.
I was tipsy, or let me just say I was drunk. I didn't even know who the person was, but he took me upstairs. I was like, oh, you're looking bad. Something, do you want to sleep? And I'm like, yeah. He starts trying to get me to fuck him. And we're both fucking, and he goes, don't let me rape you.
And Angel's life experience is all about her anxiety, her depression, and the reason why she did what she has to do growing up as a child. Know this, Angel is just only 21 years, but she has gotten a lot of experiences that have shaped her today. So listen to Angel.
And that sentence stuck to my head like a blindfold had been removed from my eyes. And I was now seeing, like, say that it's entirely bad, but I used to view the world as entirely good, and nobody would try to hurt me. So that definitely shaped my life somehow, changed my perspective.
Oh, Chim, as if the assault experience is not enough, Angel also had another experience, and definitely I should permit Angel to share this particular experience. But wait, welcome to my another entertaining episode of Big Brother Naija Season 6 Shine Your Eyes Entertainment Analysis and Updates with Ify Star. And if you are yet to subscribe, probably because this is the first ever episode you are watching on my channel, kindly please promote and publicize my channel by simply clicking on the red icon down below to subscribe to my channel, and I will appreciate it more only if you will turn on the notification bell for you not to miss out on any episode I upload, because yes, I upload entertaining episodes back to back. There are multiple every day. So let's listen to Angel's second experience.
When I was 19, was another experience that changed the person that I am. Changed my life in general, because
she's just telling us the tale of how she lost her boyfriend and how that affected her life. And if that is not enough, she also indicated the sudden demise of her great-grandmother, and she tried to compare the effect it had on her to that of the one her death of boyfriend had on her.
Yeah, my boyfriend dying was another situation that just felt like another blindfold. Because I lost my great granny when I was younger, but that one was like, yes, you should have, like, I was kind of relieved that happened to her, because all of us were struggling. She had dementia.
Like I will always say that this life is just like a pot of beans. Every day we encounter different kind of human beings. We don't even know what they are experiencing. You will never know what has happened to this particular human being or what is actually happening to that person at that time. So we just have to learn to be kind to every particular human being that we encounter on every day of our activities. And Angel is telling us what the death of her boyfriend actually did to her.
Boyfriend died. It was all those things that I heard or I saw even in movies. Maybe the boyfriend was sick, like faulty masters, and the boyfriend died. What happened, but I didn't ever expect to happen to me. After he died, it felt like I was shoved again and my eyes opened even wider.
Sharing what she experienced after the death of her boyfriend with Saskay, she also let Saskay know that the death of her boyfriend affected her positively and negatively. So let's start with how the death of her boyfriend affected Angel positively.
I think he had like a positive and a negative. The positive change that he had on me was anytime I saw my friends, I now wanted to always make memories. That's why I bought like a Polaroid camera. So anytime I saw my friends, immediately pictures, keep it, to give them their own, just so in case anything happened.
Absolutely, Angel is going to share how the death of her boyfriend affected her negatively. But before we hear her, let me quickly remind you, please, have you subscribed? If you have not, quietly, please click on the red icon down below to do that now. And also turn on the notification bell. I am going to appreciate that more. Now, Angel, we are all ears.
But negatively, let's say, because I'm like, in general, I'm very reclusive. I don't mingle a lot. So let's say this is me and this is people. When my boyfriend died, this is me and this is people. Because it's like, I don't want to go through the same, I don't want to get close to someone and something happens. That's what kept ringing in my head. And the anxiety, my anxiety was already bad, but it became worse.
In general, or let me just use this word, in conclusion, this is the experience of Angel after the death of her boyfriend at the age 19 years.
Before, I could do without hearing from my mom or my dad for days, and I'll be chilling. After my boyfriend died, if I don't hear from people that I care about, my mind is already thinking something is wrong. So the anxiety definitely became worse. I definitely ran away from people. I still do, to be honest. I don't really like getting close to people.
Seems Angel has a lot to tell us, or because this is a great opportunity for her to air a lot of things out. And like Jesse said, that her problem half shared is half solved. So she's trying to just bear it all with Saskay. And she is now trying to share her experience growing up as a young girl.
Yeah, it was definitely me dropping out of uni. So you did not finish school? No, I didn't. Graduated from high school.
I remember that during the inception of this season 6 BBNaija, I think week 1, yes, when Angel is introducing herself to her fellow housemate in the garden, she also indicated that yes, she actually dropped out from Unilag, and now she's giving Saskay the reason why she has to take such decision.
High school, our A was 97. There's a lot of things that made me drop out. From being in a private school where we were like only 15 in a class at most, to just being secluded, to then going to Unilag and not even getting a seat, not to be in the same situation that I had been in.
Struggling to comprehend what Angel is narrating to Saskay, I got to understand that what she's trying to say, that she's trying to compare her school experience when she was in secondary school and her school experience now that she is in Unilag. Of course, I understand it's just like you moving from frying pan to fire. Of course, Angel could not deal then. This happened.
This life, yeah, though, my granny was like, for all your mates are in school, so you might as well just be in school since everybody's in school already or preparing to go to school. And all my life I just went along with what my granny said.
The gist is getting more interesting, and of course Saskay was just all ears and paying so much attention to what Angel is narrating. So now Saskay is now asking Angel to tell her more about her family background.
How about your mom? What's your mom like? Barely. My parents were barely there. My mom doesn't live in Nigeria, so till now she doesn't live in Nigeria. No, but she's in Nigeria now, but she doesn't live in Nigeria. My dad is always on the go. So the only permanence that I had was my granny. So
while she's still narrating her experience when she was in Unilag, Saskay now asked her, okay, you dropped out. Angel now concurred, yes, I dropped out after 2 weeks. Now Saskay now asked Angel, please, I want to know, when did your mother find out that you have dropped out of university, and how did your mother felt and reacted to the news, that the fact that you are no longer attending classes in University of Lagos? And that even ended when I ran away from home, like after high school. So after 2 weeks, I was just like, fuck this. 2 weeks. 2 weeks, I was like, fuck this. At least you realized early. Dropped out, but nobody knew. How did your mom know? My mom found out in 2019. Saskay will just be imagining if she is Angel's shoe, but I know she would not want to be in Angel's shoe. So while Angel is now telling Saskay on how her mother found out that she has dropped out from Unilag, she also shared on her reason why she decided to run away from home. Remember that it was Angel's grandmother that raised her. And when did you actually run away from home? When I ran away? Oh, I ran away from home 2018-ish. I had just turned 18 when I ran away from home. I ran away because
because the parenting culture, let me say parenting, let me say parenting, because my granny was like my parent, and it was very toxic.
Analyzing, or should I say judging from Angel's age, because she said she's 21 years. So just calculate the age of her mother and then extend it to the age of her grandmother. You will not understand that for her mother to train her mother has to use 70s or maybe 60s experience to train her. And this is not absolutely going that well with Angel. And this is what she has to tell Saskay on that.
It's very toxic.
Yeah.
Even in the way you hit your kids. A lot of people say it's discipline, but majority of the time it is physical abuse. If you're using the back of broom to hit your child, if you're using random wires to hit your child, that is physical abuse, and that is the way my granny basically raised me.
Narrating the kind of training that her grandmother bestowed on her, Angel is now telling Saskay that she don't understand the pattern that her grandmother is using to train her. Hence, at the time when the thing became so tough that she, as a teenager, started taking unnecessary decisions, that her grandmother has to make her Angel do this particular thing.
Into the police station to sign an affidavit or whatever it's called, to swear or an oath or something. And me seeing that, like that's kind of thing every day in the house. Like I'll just see, let me sign something. Like if I ever something. I still have like my own copy in the house.
I'm just trying to understand, because you cannot compare the kind of trainings that our mothers are giving us now or the mothers of today are giving their children. And this is how it's going to be changing from generation to generation. So judging from how Angel's grandmother chose to train her, this is the effect of what the grandmother made Angel do hard on Angel.
I genuinely thought that she hated me or something. She would hit me with the most random objects.
Still narrating her so interested but heartbroken story to Saskay, Angel now told Saskay that what happened, as in the last straw that broke the camel's back, that made her to conclude, Mobe, it is time for me to run away from this house. Yes, I am going to run away from home, is when this particular thing happened.
You know, when you're aware, they don't know. But me, I knew that a lot of it was physical abuse. She might not know. But there were times that she would beat me and I'll end up with like marks on my body or at my back or just random places. There were times that she would kick me. Just weird. So that had been building up.
Chimo, Angel, all these things happen to you. Of course, you are indeed a strong woman at 21, in as much as I can still detect one or two mistakes made by you, but I refuse to judge you. I am only just standing on the fact of your decision that you have made moving on forward.
I think the final straw was when I went out and there was a lot of traffic. I was just exploring my freedom. Every time I was back from school, it was just home.
You know Kayode as usual. Now Kayode will not even allow Angel to just complete this story. Now when this story is getting more entertaining, Kayode has to shift the camera away from Saskay and Angel to another people. I understand that it's not only Angel and Saskay that are sharing their life experience. Of course, Perry and Emmanuel was paired together, and Cross and Queen was paired together. I think Liquor Rose and BOMA was paired together. So because of all these pairings, he has to be shifting the camera for us to be entertained with every other person's life experience. Hence, he has to shift the camera. So on this one, I am not going to blame Kayode for removing the camera from Angel. At least I was able to get to understand that Angel has been through a lot. She said that she has battled anxiety, she has struggled with depression. Hence, she just wants to open a foundation on how to properly raise a girl child. So I can't wait for Angel to leave the biggest house, whether by eviction or by winning the show. So let's see her life moving on forward, because she said that for her to run away from home and for her to help herself to just heal herself properly from anxiety and depression, she just have to make this particular decision of coming to biggest house. Angel, I wish you well as you just move on with your life endeavors. And that is it on today's episode on how Angel was sexually assaulted and how every of her life experience has shaped and affected her. See you guys in another entertaining episode, and until then, it is always love and light from me. Please turn on the notification bell for you not to miss out on any episode of Big Brother Naija Season 6 Shine Your Eyes, entertainment, analysis, and updates with Ify Star.